Well, hello crew, and welcome back to Mush. It's time for another jump. The last ship with Steven, I still don't know if I'm going to be able to upload it. It continues to give me problems. I made a little bit of progress and encoded it all the way through, but it encoded the video like super tiny for some reason. So, I don't know if you guys got to see that or not. This will be my second ship though, in quite a long time. And we are going to be... let's be Janice. Janice or Kwanti. Having a good Janice on board is invaluable, and it will also make me a prime target of the Mush. So we are going to be Janice. Let's see here. There's only 3 of us awake right now. I don't know exactly how many people were going to jump at the same time I did. I know it was kind of a weird update that I put on Twitter. I didn't post a video of this on YouTube, so this ship might actually not fill up that quick. But it's day 1, cycle 3. Reluca says hello. Elisha says hello. Hi. It's so quiet here, we'll say. So it's just me, Reluca, and Elisha. I don't really want to start doing anything just yet. So for now, what we're going to do, since I don't expect this ship to fill up that quick, is just lie down and go to bed. And I'll probably return in a couple hours to just see who is waking up from cryo. The first day or 2 might actually just fly by really quick as people slowly trickle out of sleep. Well, good morning crew, and welcome back. It's now day 1, cycle 7, and there's still a lot of the ship that is not awake. I took myself from the med lab down here to Alpha Dorm last night before I finally retired. And basically just to get down here and give people some morale while they slept when they woke up. I also forgot to mention my skills, but I'm the Shrink, which means anybody who's in the same room as me, if they're lying down in a bed, they gain 1 morale every cycle. I am an IT expert, so I get 2 of these little IT points every day that I can use on computer-based projects. I am Neuron's only friend, which maximizes Nexus research. It cuts down, it makes it a lot better. Instead of having like, say, a 20% chance on your first try, you'll have a 24% increase or something like that, and you're guaranteed the maximum that you can get. There's no variance. And I'm a diplomat, which, eliminates the chance of encountering hostility from extraterrestrials, and you can declare a ceasefire once per game. Ceasefire, I believe, means everybody in the room can no longer attack until I leave, and it only lasts for a certain number of turns, I'm pretty sure. However, the other people that have woken up, one of them is Kwanti, and one of them is Frida. And apparently our Nexus projects are extra hydro pots, large bay upgrade, and trail minimizer. Depends if we have someone active enough to take care of the plants. If we do, I vote for EH. Otherwise, TM. Also, yep. Otherwise, trail minimizer is nice. Trail minimizer makes it so that you get fewer of these guys following you. Apparently, the planet we are in orbit only has mountains and shipwrecks. I'm great at dealing with hostile life forms, so anytime we go on an expedition to a planet, I need to be taken. There's the Astropad inventory thread. I'll favorite that, even though I don't use Astropad. You can guarantee you'll see one of those on every ship. And after I said it's so quiet here, Alicia said, yep, except for the crickets. So, really, that is all that is going on. I'm not going to bother making any threads just yet. Day 1, cycle 8 will be rolling around soon. And at some point, we're going to have to start dealing with our armor situation, because even though the whole crew isn't woken up, we still have hunters out there. Wonder how long till those has become a problem with people waking up so slowly. anyways, just a small little update. I probably won't see you guys again until halfway through day 2 at this rate, just depending on what goes on. The thing is, until the whole crew wakes up and the mush is selected, there's certain things that are basically forbidden from taking place. I think expeditions, I don't think you're supposed to go on them. There's some things that you just don't want to do because it's not fair. I'm not sure if Planet Expedition falls into that neutral play category or not. Okay, so I wasn't wanting to come back this early, but whenever I actually stopped to look at what was going on, I have to do something this turn. Even though not everyone's woke up, it's about to be cycle 8, which means the cycle after that I will be getting more IT points. First thing we're going to do, and this is probably kind of a waste, we're going to run all the way to the bridge. I should have done this before I even came down here. But since we can't start anti-mush research yet, A, Fenola's not awake if Fenola's even in this game anymore, and B, Chun's not awake as far as I can tell. And C, that would be bad sportsmanship, I believe, to do anti-mush research just now. We're going to try to establish some comms here. I was kind of hoping it would fail. You don't want to establish comms until everyone wakes up, but at the start, it's basically a 0% chance. You're not going to get it on the start. I figured Paola might have tried once or something, but still, it would have been a very, very low chance. The next place we're going to go is to the Nexus. Maybe to the Nexus. Thing is, I don't think they've started any research yet. We'll just go into this storm. We've got one more cycle to spend, at least this last IT point, before I lose them. Because you can only stack 4 of them, and I get 2 at day change, which is after cycle 8. So yeah, I'll be back if anybody decides to work in the Nexus. Well, hello crew, and good morning, good afternoon, I don't know what time it is in space. I know it's day 2, cycle 7, it's about to be cycle 8. It's been quite a while since I've actually checked in on the ship due to real life things, and thankfully everyone is awake. I am not a mush, which I am thankful for. We have a private message here. Derek goes, "Hello Janice, I have a way for you to help my morale," if you know what I mean. I think I do. Yep. Derek, I know what Derek wants. He wants sexy time, but he's not gonna get it. Just lie down on the bed here and I'll read you a very simple story, you cute little brain-damaged man. And let's quit that chat. Because that is not the type of Janice that I play. In my favorites, I don't have anything saved yet. There's a lot of talk going on though. There's stuff going on in the Nexus. We already have anabolics and NCC contact lenses researched. Let's favorite the Nexus, because I am going to be playing a very integral part in the Nexus. The comms thread will favorite. See, wow, 64% hull integrity. Paola already has her sofa built. I hate being gone this long because I really do enjoy coming back and reading all of these dialogues in depth, but I'm not going to be able to today. I'm on lunch and I've got a limited amount of time. But since things are rolling, I decided to get on with it. So I got the sofa on the bridge, which is good. If needed, I can go up there and I can spend a couple cycles with Paola should they have a camera up there, in order to boost her morale a little bit. We've got hostile vessels. Let's see. Apparently, blah blah blah, we're not gonna do it. What do we have? 12 hunters. Wow. Okay. Terrence, they were talking here about where to put I'm gonna favorite that and we'll read all of that stuff later on. So that was a very big dialogue. Skills thread. Let's see. Steven says he's solid only, so don't ask for food during the whole ship. Terrence is a drone expert and a technician, soon to be a pilot. He's already been defeated 3 times by the shower and gravely wounded twice. Let's see. Frida's Astro. Roland is a pilot. Paola says, hello there. I'm proud to say I'm a great organizer and logistics expert. That or people are very inspired by my beauty. She tosses her hair in an exaggerated anime style. Let's see. Jinsu, no. Hua is botanist and pilot. Joelle is solid and paranoid. Jinsu says he's good at optimizing in logistics as each commander is supposed to. He's also a skilled pilot, so feel free to PM me if you'll get too bored being stuck on this rusty bucket and need some fresh air. Okay. Well then, a lot happened. A lot happened while I was asleep. I'm your resident shrink, so I think I know how to do bold. I think it's like that. Just regular basic markup. I'm your resident shrink, so come to me with any problems. Let's see, what else do I have? I'm also highly trained IT expert. IT expert, which comes with being, of course, Neuron's only friend. Don't treat him bad or you'll have me to deal with. Oh yeah. I also can deal diplomatically with any aliens or Randy crew members we might have. We'll see how bad I messed all that markup up. So, nope, that works. We'll favorite the skills thread here, just so we can reference it at any point as needed. And quickly before the day cycle changes, or before this cycle changes, I've got to run down here. We've got 2.5 minutes left. I am going to boost whatever they are working on, which is extra hydropods. So that is up to 78 now. Boost it, and if there's no camera, get the hell out of here. There is a camera, so we can stay for a little bit. Let's see. Neuron, Nexus, 78%. Can relay in a few hours when I get back from work. Okay, full set of IT points. A full set of IT points used. In fact, excuse me while I clear my throat. I know that's annoying. We're gonna use another one. Actually, 84. Yep. Boosted it to 84%. They'll be able to finish that hopefully without me. If 2 more people come down there, they can relay it themselves and get a full 9% from it. Unless they've got a skill that gives them even higher percentage, like botany or something. Hua could probably get more than 9%. Lab research thread. We'll check up on that later. The planets thread. We're not going to explore this planet because it only has mountains and a shipwreck. Inventory thread. This planet, Jinsu was saying in a chat that I was reading that, you know, the biggest problem that most of his crews have faced is oxygen. O2. This planet does not provide any oxygen chances whatsoever, so we're not going to waste time going down to it. We're just going to get the hell out of here. Comms thread. People are waking up. some neutral play talk. Yeah, you're not allowed to, you know, hold armor, to hold weapons before the game starts. It violates neutral play. There's a whole set of neutral play rules that you really need to read up on before you play. Remember, this game it's very simple. And it's in your best interest to make it fun for everyone by not being a big douchebag and trying to make things as fair as possible. Especially for the Mush, who honestly have things stacked against them. I don't care about gardening. Don't really care about any more of this. That's the comms thread. Signal is only at 16%. Which I might run up there later on and boost it as well. However, I don't have time to read through all the rest of this. We'll pick up on it whenever I get back, which will probably be day 3, cycle 1. But hey, the ship is underway. Everyone's awake. People seem pretty active. Chat was blown up a lot more than I expected it to be. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Well, hello crew, and welcome back. It's now day 3, cycle 2, and it's time to see what's going on tonight. There's a lot of reading and catch-up to do, folks, so settle in. This is the Flying Academy. Let's see what's going on. Roland was looking for the lenses. Looks like Roland and Jinsu have been busy passing the lenses back and forth. Says he missed. Roland says he missed once at 97%. No one-shot kills. Only managed to kill 4 hunters. 1 with 1 hit point and 1 hunter with 2. That leaves us with 6 still, unfortunately. Terrence can pilot in 6 cycles, and the captain is campaigning for Steven to read the pilot book. That way, that would be Roland, Jinsu, Terrence, and Steven. 4 pilots, that would be a bit overkill, which would be awesome. Overkill in this game is great. I don't really care about the bed situation, considering the fact I don't need to sleep for the most part right now. Let's see, it looks like Alicia's been kicked out of the bed somewhere. Apparently not in here, I don't think. Maybe Jinsu walked over to the other room and just punched her out. He didn't get dirty, did he? No, he didn't. Let's see, what do we have going on? Sleeping. What's that exclamation mean? You've never done it. Your first time will refill your morale to the max. That's what it is. Not that he gets morale from banging everyone on the ship, but the first time is the best time. He's a one-shot guy, I guess, and then it's never ever going to be as good. Lab research, we have extra hydropods. That has been finished. Someone went down and knocked that out while I was at work. Anti-spore gas is up to 48%. I could go up there and relay that once, and then bounce back to the Nexus and relay that. Let's see. Before I left for work, I don't think I recorded this, but I said, Payola goes, Randy, I do hope you mean rowdy, Janice. Oh no, I don't mean rowdy. Ladies, please try to stay away from Derek. And Payola goes, don't worry about me, Janice. Derek's not my type of guy. I have a feeling it's probably Steven. And let's see what research we are talking about now. Thank you, Janice. You said you will relay and you didn't, just lost AP. Yeah, that's because no one volunteered to assist. Because you went to I went to bed. It took a whole day later for somebody showed up, I think. Let's see, the ship isn't full. We have no idea of how many pilots we have or if Ian will be active. I have the same opinion. We have to choose between blah blah blah. We already chose. I don't need any of this. Yeah, the Nexus has a camera. This is something I should have read yesterday or just skimmed through it. Considering the sheer amounts, what do we got? Magnetic net, automatic sprinklers, and general patching up. Considering the sheer amount of hunters, maybe magnetic net would be for the best. Having to wait to move could be our undoing. I agree with the net. I agree with the net as well. Sprinklers are nice, but hopefully the ship holds together and and doesn't start falling apart. Let's see, inventory thread, we'll just skim through this. I don't care about any of this right now. I'm not interested in inventory problems. Where are all these other messages at? Probably in here. Which isn't really important. Good lord, this was 13 hours ago. They were all discussing... I think they were discussing where to put cameras for 65 paragraphs and 12 short stories, which is much too much. We're just going to mark this channel as red, and let's see what's going on here in the main one. Terrence says, I was under the impression there was scrap in the Alpha Bay. Steven says, scraps are useful for blueprints and for the haul, which was at 69 3 hours ago and is down to 51 now. Terrence says, I'm a technician, Steven. I was planning on repairing the hull, but for the life of me, I can't find any scrap. It should say in the logs who came in there and picked things up, right? I'm not sure if maybe someone has to be in the room to log that or not. Let's see, it depends if you have Chun's permission or not to go in there. I don't know why you'd need permission to go hang out with Chun. The book isn't valuable enough to wait until Mush are dead, and it's only useful early game. Chun gives her blessing to Paola to go read the book. Let's see, the first Xyloff is Blizzard documentary. Paola says she's not even a Warcraft fan. She found 3 books hidden in the database, Cooking for Convicted Criminals, So You Want to Be a Pilot, and Dr. Archer's Guide to Drone. Terrence says he's just been replaced, which is unfortunate for him. There's a gardening thread. We've obviously jumped out of orbit of the planet that is no longer here. Andy Graham, what are you doing in MedLab? What's your business here? Andy says security reasons. I'm alone in lab and afraid of infection, and I hope to get a bed here maybe because I have to do research. Jinsu reminds Chun that there is a camera in there. It's polyvalent, and with Chun in the bed, you should stay in the lab under the cam. Don't forget to report each relay you give. Polyvalent. I don't remember what that ability does. I think he's talking about Andy. So Terrence or Kwanti moved the scooter and didn't report it, so Jinsu wasted AP. He reminds Kwanti that he doesn't need it for his Nexus runs, since it's just 2 MP away from the dorm anyways. We got a morale boost, that's why I'm up to 8. Blah blah blah, extra hydro pods. Pretty much nothing is going on. We're going to mark this as red and move over to the other dorm first, actually. Let's go up and relay some research. I've got to spend some of these IT points. I don't have to, but it would definitely be nice. We're not... Well, I could go through the med lab since there's a camera in there, but I don't think I will. I don't think I will. I don't need to go to the bridge for anything. I hope there's a camera on the bridge. So again, I could go hang out with Paola up there. Give her some morale. I might as well pick up the cat now. Actually, before I pick up the cat, let's get the apron. Do some research. I might actually relay this back and forth a little bit, just stay up here for the time being, because why not? Narcotics distiller. Anti-spore gas will participate in that. Only 6 to 9% because this is not Neuron. I don't get a full bonus. So anti-spore gas is now 54%. AG 54%. Relay a bit. If anyone is on for the next 20 minutes or so. That's pretty much what I'll stay and do. And if I relay, I'm not going to record that, but once I leave the lab, I will. because we'll probably be heading to the Nexus and then the other dorm, which I think is Alpha Dorm. Well, hello crew, and good morning. It's now day 3, cycle 7, and I pretty much just spent all night in here helping relay just a little bit. Anti-spore gas, anabolics, and CC contact lenses are done. I don't know if anything got completely finished from last night. There's obviously a lot that's going on. So let's see. Steven says the archives are scrambled. Who's been messing with the sensors? Alpha Dorm. Roland says he believes it's Hua. She was sleeping in AD last cycle. Suddenly she's gone and she didn't say a word. Someone please check logs to see that she wasn't kicked out of the room or anything, and also check her skills to ensure she wasn't a transfer victim. Not in Bravo Dorm. So they're hunting down Hua. Rear corridor is Hua, Derek, and Jinsu. Hua left the dorm without reporting the logs. Derek and Jinsu are currently in the Bravo dorm, and Hua didn't kill a hunter since Mush selection. P.S. The other people in the room after the event are Alicia, Terrence, Steven, and Roland. So where is Hua now? If she's in Bravo dorm, and someone please knife her before she rampages. That was 4 hours ago. Let's see. She's not in Bravo dorm. Steven came in, though, and took a shower, Jinsu says. Steven chimes in. Chun's the owner of the knife. I already checked the Bravo dorm. She's not here. She took the compass in the rear corridor for nothing. I believe she's outside. So maybe she took off on the ship, grabbed some stuff, and then flew off. So we've got 4 hunters after us. Our armor is down to 26, which is quite low. Who is outside the ship in the Pasiphae? Turns out she wants to play the lame game. So, if that's the way she's going, that means she grabbed some stuff, took the Pasiphae, and is just going to hang out in space forever. Which is pretty sad. It would kind of suck to lose the Pasiphae. We wouldn't be able to go get scrap, I'm pretty sure. I think that's how that works. Let's see. 12 hunters is too many for us. So if we lose the Pasiphae, I don't even know if I spelled that right. Yeah, can we still collect scrap? I honestly don't remember. If for some reason we can't collect scrap, then we're completely screwed. Okay, if we need to shoot some hunters, I might actually jump in a turret. I'll jump in a turret soon. I've got full AP and I'm not really using it for anything right now. I could use it to relay this research, but we have bigger problems on our hands right now. And let's see. Jinsu is trying to get the scooter. Quanti says no chance. I'm not giving the scooter back to the Mush. Yeah, why would Quanti just accuse Jinsu of being the Mush? Roland wants to know why, and Jinsu says I'm very curious to know as well, especially taking into account you've left Bravo dorm and returned without doing anything, and only push projects when we need research. I need the scooter to save more AP for killing hunters. Quanti actually... The scooter will be nice. We kind of need it to mush hunt. Please don't. Please don't throw around mush accusations. One. Without evidence. I know you're better than this. Right now, I have no suspicions except maybe Terrence being Mush. He's the only one from everything I've read so far that makes me curious at all. Let's see. Somebody moved the ship, apparently. 20 hunters outside. Chun hacked the ship. The ship is kind of running on anarchy. First O2 planet has earthquakes. Well, it's probably not going to matter now since the ship moved. We'll have to find a new planet. If a planet has volcanoes and earthquakes, it doesn't matter if you're low on oxygen. You've got to go. Connection with Sol interrupted. So for some reason we lost the connection with Sol. Interesting. Yeah, we're kind of getting screwed by RNG with the hunters. Especially since the ship got a late start and we were already picked apart. Like down to 50 or 60 some hull. Okay, I don't care about the Flying Academy. I don't care about the bed thread. Lab research. What's been going on here? Last update from me was 13 hours ago, where I bumped anti-spore gas, counter-spore serum, and myco alarms up. Anti-spore gas is finished. The apron is apparently on the bridge now. And it's back. So I'm going to pick this up, do a little bit of research, probably spend some AP shooting things. I also need to eat. That might be something I need to do. Go down there, eat some food, then bring this back. We'll bump CS up to 52, not 52, but 59. And myco alarms. Okay. CS 59% and alarms 38%. However, I'm going to keep this apron. I'm half tempted to eat a banana, but I still think we should hold on to them. I think you can plant bananas to grow more banana trees. So Steven was dirty, and he took the soap by accident. Steven says it was an emergency. I dislike when there's no log and no one to report it, so my first action was to have a look on the Alpha Bay into the rear corridor. Then to have a look on who was hurt with those players. There's no death in Alpha Dorm, so I bet there is an Mush here. I don't care about the Nexus threads either. First thing first, we're going to go... we're going to go up to the bridge, try to establish a connection with Sol. And yes, I'm taking the apron with me for now. But since we're up here, and there is a camera here, so that's good. We try to establish a connection with Sol and jackpot. Connection established. Where's the connection thread? I thought we had one. Thought I had one favorited. Maybe not. Surprised there wasn't an announcement either. From Neuron. Did someone turn Neuron announcements off? I might need to go down to the Nexus. Connection has been reestablished. So next stop is to go get some food. We've got 19 minutes left in the cycle to get all of this stuff done. I don't know if I should cook the food or not. I'm gonna have to weigh the cons and pros. Reluca is in here without a camera, which is kind of strange. Cook it. Yeah, we'll cook it. I might as well. And consume it. Okay. Let's go back and drop this apron off. And I think I need to go down to the Nexus. It's tempting to go use a turret and waste the rest of my AP firing some shots. But at the same time, I'm going to quickly start using AP for movement points, unfortunately. Let's pick up Schrodinger. Because I'm going to need the morale, I have a feeling. We'll give the cute little cuddly kitty a scratch behind its ears. And hey, it didn't claw the fuck out of me. That's always good. So, we'll go down through here. I should be able to pass through just fine. I mean, Chun's in here, right? So it shouldn't be a problem. It's not like I can do anything to her anyways. It wouldn't be a bad idea for me to hang out there and, it's a shame I can't shoot at Hua. But I could stay in there with Chun for a little bit and actually boost her morale some. Okay, we hit. I'm only gonna waste like. I really need to finish that one off. I have one more shot. That's all I'm gonna do, and then we're going down to one of the dorms. Nice. Bullseye. Shot down a hunter. So I'm not being totally useless, but unfortunately I am now basically out of actions for the foreseeable future. Let's see. Got Ian, Jinsu, and Kwan T in here. Could go 1, 2, and go over to the other dorm. I think we'll go to the other dorm because they do need some morale. I've spent a couple cycles in there before with those people, and they seem to be pretty much the exact same ones. I don't have the AP or anything to go into the Nexus and mess and check with all the settings, unfortunately. That'll have to happen later today. So, I think we're just going to set here. I'm going to wait till the end of the cycle and see what happens. And whenever I come back, I think today is going to get pretty hectic for the crew, especially now that Hua has more or less let us know that they are indeed Mush. Well, hello and welcome back, crew. It's now day 4, cycle 1, and I am in the Alpha dorm. A couple things have been going on. Quanti and Steven are currently relaying stuff down in the Nexus right now, so let's see what's going on. Magnetic net, 15%. And then it looks like they planned it out, and bam, they're just going to finish that as soon as they can. I guess Andy went and shot down the rest of the hunters. And in this thread, right after I quit recording last time, I didn't want to just come back for this. But I said, you know, I'll be giving therapy sessions in Alpha Dorm for the rest of the day while I recover from my little marathon run around the ship, because it drained me. And then Jinsu said, why did you enter Bravo Door then? Well, obviously I wanted to see if there was a bed open. You got a problem with that, fatty captain? Well, yes. This is kind of strange since I've mentioned all beds are taken. And Ian needs to be kicked out just in the previous post, which was like 3 hours or 4 hours before mine, which I didn't bother to read. I said, well, just so you know, I'm going to be passing through Bravo Dorm and Alpha Dorm whenever I feel like it. So make a note of that, and be prepared to deal with it. As Janice, I'm not going to be told I can or cannot go into dorms. I'm not going to be told that it's suspicious for me to be passing back and forth between them. I know why they want to lock down Bravo Dorm, because it has the shower, and they're afraid people can just sneak in there and wash off any dirt before they get spotted. Well, tough shit. I'm the shrink, and I've got patients that need help in both dorms, so I will go where I see fit. Ian is apparently also completely inactive, which is a disappointment. Magnetic net has been installed. One of the great assets that the Magellan One of the great assets of the Magellan was that the stellar arc could mobilize its own flotilla. So yeah, any ships that are out in orbit, I guess, I don't know, orbit's probably not the right term, but any ships that are outside flying around will be taken with us whenever we jump, instead of being left behind and being instant murder for whoever is out there. Let's see, I was curious if we could still get scrap if we lost the Pasiphae. Steven said no, that's why we need magnetic net instead of GPU. And Hua goes, what? And Hua, if you need someone to talk to, I am here for you, I promise, okay? Just land the ship and come back. Let's see, we got an encrypted cosmic signal, which is the base we need to contact. We're down to 23% armor. There's 2 pieces of equipment that are broken. An oxygen reservoir is broken. That's great. The situation is looking critical. I'm not going to bother to fix that myself. Unfortunately, with the oxygen reservoirs down, every cycle that they stay down and not repaired, we lose 2 oxygen. We don't have enough oxygen to play around with right now. So let's see. Paola also picked up Dismantler, which gave us, I think, 5 pieces of scrap in the engine room. We also got a blueprint for an oscilloscope. And we have one for a Babel module and a drone. The captain congratulates Miss Ronaldo. And Terrence is like, whoa, where all the scrap at? Because we need this hull to be patched up. So what do we have going on now? Anti-grav thrusters, effective piston sensors, and blaster gun. Blaster gun all the way. Yep, I'll be able to relay this if needed. Around cycle 3 when I get enough MP back. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of MP to waste, and I'm not going to convert any more of my AP into MP today. I've already wasted more than enough, in my opinion. Jinsu asks if the fuel is loaded, that way we can jump out of here. Unfortunately, we have to leave all the delicious scrap behind because Hua decided to fly off into space with the Pasiphae. And we can't really afford to sit here and wait and hope that she comes back and lands because we don't have the oxygen reserves to just sit around. I don't know if there is a planet discovered yet. I haven't seen the planet thread updated, so I don't really know where we would be jumping to. But right now our situation is pretty dire. I don't expect us to make it to day 5. I think either the hunters are going to take us down or the Mush are going to push the oxygen tanks and doom us. Because really all they need to do is, just in like a cycle or 2, find a way to break both of these and we'll be done. We'll be done with. So yeah, we're going to die of asphyxiation probably. Well, hello crew, and welcome back. It is now day 4, cycle 2, and our oxygen situation is definitely cause for concern. There's been a little bit of activity right now. Let's see. Apparently we lost our connection to Sol again. Okay, seriously, who forgot to sacrifice their goat to the RNG gods? Can we sacrifice anything at this point to appease RNGesus? The RNG gods have definitely forsaken us this trip so far. Terrence is a pilot now. He needs a bed. I don't know if he got one in here or in the other room. Steven did kick Ian out of bed and then forced him into Bravo Bay because he is inactive. Jinsu wanted fuel loaded. Quanti said there's no hunters. We don't need to leave now. We can wait at least 1 cycle. However, Jinsu wasn't wanting to leave just for any old reason. He was wanting to leave because in real life he's got to go to bed. So, either way we're screwed. Either we get out there and we somehow get the scrap, which we can't because we don't have the passive A, because that bullcrap mush tactic is actually pretty effective. And if we jump, like Quanti says, we could jump into a nest of hunters and get like 30 of them on us and just blow us up almost instantly. We're kind of screwed at this point. I don't know where Terrence went. He did leave the room. Robo-Dylan left the room. Alicia is drooling, so she's inactive. We're doomed. I told Hua that they could come inside if they needed a shrink to talk to, and that I would be in Alpha Dorm. Hua says, "You know, I may just do that, Janice. You're swell." Trying to sweet talk Hua into coming back, even though I know it's not gonna work. As far as the bed situation, let's see. It's for Terrence. There's a lot of talk in the Nexus thread. We need to get rid of this thread and just start a new one. I voted for Blaster Gun. So did Hua, but who cares? Just because Hua's a mush. Jinsu said Blaster Gun, but we have tons of other things to take care of. No, we should probably just focus on this, Hua whispers. Yeah, sure we will. We just need to do one last thing before focusing, which is kill Hua. It's a shame that we can't use the turrets on the ship to, like, blow Hua up or something. Hua said, Steve, can't catch me on the gingerbread Hua. I don't know who Steve is. Maybe they know each other in real life and they're playing the game together or something. Or maybe Steve is a nickname for Jinsu. I'm not sure. Let's see. Blood for the Blood God, Skulls for the Skull Throne, Paola whispers. Well, that's pretty much all that's going on. I honestly expect us to be blown up by Cycle 5. Either blown up or real close to running out of oxygen. Let's see, where was that? What's that thread? I just posted on this one. It was where Terrence was asking which one. Any game plans to fix this stuff before we all die? We can go try if needed. It's not really my area of expertise. Yes, I know I spelled that wrong. I fucking knew it was with an S. Game plans, so yeah. Right now we're screwed, guys. I don't have high expectations for our survival at this point. Unless a miracle comes along. Well, hello crew, and welcome back. It's day 4, cycle 3, and our oxygen is now down to 7. We haven't been attacked by any hunters, thankfully, but we are basically screwed at this point. Let's see. I asked if we could sacrifice anything at this point to appease RNGesus, and Paola said, I heard he's a big fan of mushroom stew. Frida said, who angered the RNG god? I can't seem to find an O2 planet that does not have lethal zones. And Frida wants me to set the CPU to Astro to make her job easier. So that is where we're going to go first. And yeah, I asked, is there any game plans to fix this stuff before we all die? I can go try and fix the oxygen reservoir, but you know, it's not really my area of expertise. I could waste all my AP and never actually manage to fix it. So, Roland is in here. What's going on? Nothing. It does have a camera. I don't care about that. What I do care about is this. So, foodstuff destruction. Let's turn that off. CPU priority. Astro. Crew lock is on piloting. Vocoder announcements are authorized. I don't remember how to do that, but I do remember it being incredibly awesome. And a magnetic net is active. So, let's see. Time to count the stars. I don't remember if that is how it's actually done. Give me a second. I'm gonna Google this. Humanoid mush neuron chat. I'm probably not gonna be able to find the code, but whatever. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yep. And there we go. So, what do I want to do now? I've got 2 computer points. I don't know exactly what we're researching, if there's even anything worth wasting them on. It's not like we're going to make it to day 5 for me to get refreshed anyways. So I might as well use them to boost something. We've got Blaster Gun at 21%. I'll participate and take that to 30%. Can go once more in the next 10 minutes. And then I'm going to be gone for a while. So for now, I'm just going to hang out here in the Nexus. Whenever I return, I will probably be back in one of the dorms. I'm just going to walk there after I'm done relaying this. I hope Roland is still on. At this point, though, he really shouldn't even be wasting his AP researching this, in my opinion. This whole ship is real just iffy and sketchy. I don't trust any of them. Like, I'm not sure. I don't trust Frida because, I mean, she hasn't found a single O2 planet that does not have lethal zones. Let's see. Maybe we should take whatever planet we can get at this point, or we're dead anyway, so you don't gotta be so fucking picky about it. Get us a planet, get us some O2. Let's get the hell out of here. Well, hello and welcome back. It appears that we are dead. We kinda knew this was coming. It shouldn't be a surprise. The ship was pretty much doomed one way or another. And to be honest, I actually died, I think, like a week or 2 ago. 12 days ago, as it so kindly tells us in the log here. I died 12 days ago, and I pretty much just, I did not record this. I did not click through it. I figured I would wait until I was about ready to jump onto another ship, let everyone else on board go through and give their commendations. I don't really remember any of the crew, so I'm going to try to just, like, add commendations to everyone, because why not? This is still so laggy. Some things never change. Basically what happened is I woke up and had been murdered by Steven. I guess he went on a rampage and killed everyone. So he beat me to death, he beat some other people to death, and I believe, yeah, he was the last one to die. So, even after killing me, and I think, I don't know who else, honestly. He killed me and someone else, and then somehow managed to survive for, I believe, another 2 days. Let's see. I died on, I don't know when it says I died. Which is kind of disappointing. Steven died on day 5.4. Day 5, cycle 4. I can't remember who went with me, but whatever. He basically survived another day and a half afterwards, which is kind of disappointing. And my last words are simply going to be what happened. Honestly, guys, what happened? What happened on this ship? Besides Hua being a big old turd. Let's see. The Mush game in which I played Janice has been finished. This is another reason I wanted to wait a while. And now I can put at the end of the video the actual summary. Let's see. This was the captain. It wasn't RNG what doomed you humans. It was your own inability to adapt to the situation instead of following your direct duties only. Organize yourselves as individual and as an integral whole in your unwillingness to run a proper investigation to stand against the collective and survive. Now rep. Good speech, Captain. I don't really have a clue what was going on that entire ship. Once Hua basically stole stuff and then flew out into space, I feel like the whole thing just collapsed, because what could you do? The other Mush could basically did, just lay under cover until we were doomed anyways, and then sprung out, murdered people, and took control of the ship. At the point that everyone had already quit caring anyways, because our oxygen was completely depleted. Let's see, the RNG was hard on us, 20 hunters and no O2 planets. I really believed that Frida was a mush because of her inability to A, find a planet with O2, and B, actually take us to a planet that had O2 even though it did have, cataclysmic dangers on it. Sometimes you just have to fucking say we're gonna take a volcano on, or we're gonna go to the earthquake planet and let it crush us beneath the rocks. We're gonna go for O2 because it's better than suffocating in the cold reaches of space. And that was pretty much it. Summertime sadness, yes, I agree. It was very sad. Like usual, I don't get any type of awards. I never do. Don't know why, but whatever. Anyways, my next ship, the next plump jump, is about ready to take off. I actually have 8 minutes, so I will see you guys when that ship is done.